President Trump and the Republican Party getting quite the Christmas present this year. Increasingly, there's all this chatter about Bernie Sanders, the socialist from Vermont. Yeah, I repeat, the socialist from Vermont. They're saying that he might actually be the Democratic Party's nominee for the President of the United States. I mean, could it get any better for President Trump? We've got a record economy. Things are going really well. People are working. The market's seeing new highs every day. NASDAQ included today. Wages are improving. And these Democrats out there want to run a socialist? Joining me right now, presidential historian Doug Wead and Northern Gulf Partners CEO Bartle Bolt. Good to see you both. Come on. I mean, Doug, they can't get out of their own way. We got a booming economy. People are feeling great. And they're like, no, let's just throw it all out and start over again.
Yeah, this is scary to me. I mean, Buttigieg it seems to be in the lead in terms of organization in Iowa with Bernie right behind him. But Bernie could out-organize him. He could win in Iowa, win then in New Hampshire.
Yeah, they like him in New Hampshire. Boy, they got the whole Vermont thing going on.
Right nearby. It could end up being a horse race. I mean, if socialists
but you worry about it. I mean, I know you're a big supporter of the president, so you worry about it. I'd actually be looking at it if I were you as a supporter saying, hey, slam dunk. This just brings the whole darn thing home. I mean, I'm scared as an American, right, that a socialist might actually be in power.
That's the problem.
I don't think when push comes to shove, Americans are going to go for it. Your take, Bartle.
Bernie Sanders, socialist, it's supposed to sound preposterous, Trish, but in fact, as we see it here tonight, he may have north of a 40% chance of winning his party's nomination come July. And I'm a former Democrat. I don't know whether to laugh or cry every day when I think about the suicidal socialism of this once great American party. It's really bad news, I think, for the Democrats.
Well, they keep stepping it. I mean, they're doing it, like I said, they're doing it to themselves. They ran Hillary Clinton. Terrible, lousy candidate, right? And then they're coming back and they're thinking about running a socialist, Bernie Sanders, at a time when the economy is thriving in a way unlike we've ever seen before. Let me get to another socialist out there, liberal filmmaker, very outspoken Trump critic Michael Moore, who's now saying that the president, and Doug, I know you have some special things to say about this, so listen up. He says the president is not going to go on the debate stage with a Democratic nominee in 2020. Here he is.
The fact that you think there's going to be debates.
Yeah.
He's not going to debate anybody. Anybody out there who's listening to this who thinks there's going to be a debate, that this is going to be a normal year, 2020, think again. This is how he pulls off his victories, too, because we don't see him coming. But he is above debating anybody anymore, and he will never allow the control of that microphone switch to be in the hands of anybody but himself.
I know, Doug, that you actually recently wrote a memo, am I not correct, to the president suggesting that he just be completely aware, right, of what he's getting into should he go on the debate stage, given the bias of our media right now. So could Michael Moore be right, although for different reasons? Might the president reconsider debating the Democratic nominee, maybe if, for nothing else than to irk some members of the media?
I think he will end up doing the debate, but I think like NAFTA, he blew it up and rebuilt it. And like NATO, he blew it up and rebuilt it. I think he'd blow up the whole debate process and rebuild it. The study I did showed that of the 25 moderators of the presidential debate in the general election, 23 can be identified as liberal. 2 are kind of unknown, independent, and 0 were conservative. That can't be allowed. And the way they mess up the debates, an example of what was done to Donald Trump in the first debate with Hillary Clinton, his microphone didn't work in-house. So the television network weren't embarrassed because the television audience could hear Donald Trump, but people in the audience could not hear him. So the audience reaction wouldn't support him.
So you think that was deliberate? You worry about sabotage in cases like that?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Bartle, do you think he does the debates?
Trish, President Trump is a transformative president on his way to quite possibly being a world historical one. And every day he's delivering on that promise to put America first. It is indeed reclaiming American greatness. And I think come November, the American public is going to reward him with 4 more years, regardless of what goes on in these debates. And he's a fighter. And why is this all working out? Because he's a fighter.
Yeah.
So when he goes on that stage, he's going to have the record, and he is going to be fighting for us, and he always wins in these cases. So I say bring it on. The worse they are, the better it is for President Trump.
All right. Doug and Bartle, thank you so much. We've got a whole lot more Trish Regan coming up. But first, the string of anti-Semitic attacks hitting New York City during Hanukkah. Our own Rick Leventhal has all the details.